And what's going on? Welcome to the Jimmy Real Estate TV show. It's been a couple of weeks. I have a lot that I want to talk about, but first, I want to bring up the most important thing right now, and that is the interest rates. Um, as many of you know, I made a video about a month ago with a lender, and we were talking about the interest rates, and they were around 5.22% when I spoke with him. Now they're around 7%. Literally almost 2% more than what they were a month ago. So, to put that in perspective, for a house that's listed for 600 grand, right? You make an offer for 600,000 as a buyer back when interest rates were at 3.5%. Your mortgage would probably be around 2,700 per month if you're putting down 20%. So 2,600, 2,700 per month. Now, if the same buyer makes that offer of 600,000 with 20% down, and you all have to listen to this carefully. If that same buyer makes that offer today, when rates are around 7%, their mortgage is going to be $1,000 higher per month, around 3,600 to 3,700 per month. So for many people that are looking to sell and they're wondering, why is this market, why am I not seeing so many buyers? Let's blame my real estate agent. Let's blame this. Let's blame that. You're not seeing them because, to be honest with you, a lot of the sellers out there, they're not being very realistic these days. They're not catching up to what's going on in today's market. I don't think a lot of people are thinking about what buyers were able to afford back when rates were at 3.5 compared to around 7%. It's a huge difference. So those same buyers that were able to buy your house back when rates were low are not looking at your house anymore. They're looking at houses that are much lower than yours. So that's something people that are looking to sell have to think about. And they have to think about very, very, very carefully today if they really want to sell or if they don't want to sell. If you don't need to sell, then hold on. But if you need to sell, be realistic with your price because you're only hurting yourself. You're going to get less money putting your house up for too high, not seeing anybody. Your house is staying on the market for way too long, and you're going to get bad offers. And you're going to let it expire, or you're going to be desperate and just take that low offer. So, I mean, that's something you need to speak with an experienced person about, maybe an agent or whatever. Anyway, I'm not trying to be biased here because I'm a realtor, but it's what I'm trying to say. So for sellers out there, that's where we're at right now. Rates are around 7%. So if you are looking to sell, please be realistic with your prices because the market right now, as I'm seeing it, and I'm in Staten Island, New York, where the market was very, very hot, it's very slow. It's very, very at a standstill. Sellers are still listing too high. Buyers cannot afford it, and they can't find houses that they could even afford on Staten Island because people are listing too high, and what they could afford today is not available. So people have to catch up. The market correction is happening. It's happening as I'm speaking today. But I do give it to the sellers out there that do realize what's going on. At least they're actually being realistic and they're putting their houses on the market for what the price should be at. But there are still some people out there trying to make too much money. Their houses are just staying on the market. But what you don't realize is you're setting an example for your neighbors and the other neighbors. And then they see your house on the market for that price. They're going to want to do the same. A lot of people who are not in the real estate industry or have not bought houses in the past or, sold houses, they do not realize the effect that this can cause. So what happens is your neighbors sees your home for sale and they're going to say, oh, that house is for sale at this price. My house is nicer. I want to list it for that or higher. The only thing is, what they don't realize is your house didn't close. Your house isn't in contract. Your house doesn't have an accepted offer. It's just sitting there. So they totally ignore all the closed deals. They totally ignore what's going on in the market today. They're just worried about their neighbors. Always. It's always like that. I mean, hopefully somebody that knows what's going on in their neighborhoods will list their homes for the price that it should be at today, rather than overpricing it, and then all the neighbors doing the same, and the market's just going to stay the same way it is. It's what it is today. That's what's happening. I'm being honest. I'm being straightforward. You don't like it, take a walk. But I know you like it. Who doesn't like when somebody's being honest, right? For buyers out there, if you cannot afford the house, don't make that offer. You're not even going to be able to make that offer anyway. Rates just keep going up and up drastically. So what you could afford last month or 2 months ago, you can't afford now. Call your lender, get an updated pre-approval, or find out what you can afford today, just so you're not wasting your time as well, and the seller's time, and whoever else is involved's time. So my views of the market, where I'm at, it's at a standstill. It's at a total standstill. You're not seeing many buyers out there anymore, but that's because they, like I said before, it's $1,000 difference in the mortgage payment. So people have to, I guess, catch up, right, to the market, which it will catch up. I mean, it has to. And if you are, let's say, a buyer who's a little nervous about what's going on today, yes, you are able to refinance down the line. Some of you are probably wondering, will the rates go low, though? Will they go back down? Will the Federal Reserve lower them back down? Will it stay the same? Will it be higher? That's what people are scared of. My opinion, I personally do not think the Federal Reserve is going to keep these rates this high. It's not 30 years ago where people were able to afford high interest rates because purchase prices of homes were very, very low. Around the 1990s, I think the average median purchase price was like $190,000. So, and interest rates were like 8%, around what they're almost at now. So, yeah. I mean, the Federal Reserve cannot keep these rates this high for this long. But who knows? I'm hearing 2023 is going to be worse than what it is now. If that's true, we're going to have a lot of issues. So, anyway, any questions for me? Feel free to reach out. My contact info is down below in the description. Like the video, subscribe, and comment. But most definitely subscribe, because my next video, I'm seeing some crazy, you know what. I'm getting I'm seeing a lot of pre-foreclosures, meaning a lot of people are going into default. A lot of people are getting those notices in the mail from the banks that they're ready to start the foreclosure process on them. If that's the case, then we're going to have a big issue in the real estate market. Instead of correction, we might see something else. But for example, what I'm seeing is, like, I'm getting notifications, right? 30 to 40 houses are going through pre-foreclosures every day in one county. Now, if you go back to like 2020, I mean, the COVID level, so when COVID was around, they weren't doing too many foreclosures, but I think everything's catching up from when COVID hit to now. So you're starting to see people getting those foreclosure notices, eviction notices, inflation's going up, interest rates are going up, groceries are going up, everything is going up, gas is going up, car prices are going up. A lot of people just can't afford it anymore, right? So, one more thing, government spending all this money. They're just adding to the inflation. So that's where we're at right now. Again, wait till my next video. I got more to say. Like and subscribe. Subscribe. I love you all. Have a great day.